Okay. All right. So my name is Mariusz. I will be the host for this course this year. There was a bit of a confusion of whether we have the session in the morning or in the afternoon. So in the time planner, the session is at 2, and I announced that it will be 9:15. We don't know if the advanced project work will be every week. Do you know if the advanced project work will be every week at 12?
I noticed yesterday that I had it today. So.
Yeah, because we haven't seen that before neither.
No,
so
I don't think it's every week.
No, it's very. I thought it was this Friday actually. That
right.
That they moved it now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of a time scheduling problems because at 2 today I actually also have the first years, the experience design, and the new system doesn't allow the administrator to put me in 2 places if I'm double booked. So they can only put me in 1 spot. So I may not see the today's class because I've been already put into the first year class, and it was the same problem for Simon. So we didn't see the specialization courses in our schedule because of the conflicts. So we will work it out. So we will see if 9:15 is good for you, then we keep it and we run like at 9:15 for the semester, which is fine for me. The 2 o'clock, yeah, as I said, I actually double booked. So I sometimes have a class with the first years. Tomorrow for Simon, I think should be okay. And today there is your conflict with advanced project work and the game, because we thought you have a slot. So Simon said the games, those of you who are doing game specialization as well, you will have a session tomorrow. And then tomorrow there will be a decision if the session stays tomorrow or will be moved to Tuesday, depending on the advanced project work. So that's the scheduling issue. I will meet with those people who come today at 2 as well, if they show up according to the time planner. So yeah, Magda was asking if we can stream the sessions, so we will. Some of those who have the presentations and kind of organizational issues, we will stream. That kind of discussions, yeah, we don't have to stream that. Those are individual discussions about the topics. So we will not stream that. So the course format is slightly different to the format from last year. You are sort of entering your kind of master projects. So the course is like initial work, research work that you're doing towards your master's project. So we will not cover multiple topics. We will cover your particular topic that you want to pursue for the master project or something related to it. It doesn't have to be directly aligned with your master work, but at least something that helps you in your master project. And you only need to specialize in that. So you don't need to learn about other topics that much as we did last year. You just have to specialize in your own topic, which means you have to go a little bit more in depth in that topic yourself. So the articles and the reading and the technical aspects that you will follow will kind of focus on that. And as I explained on the first class, there are 2 ways of doing that. You either do research-based investigations, so you focus on reading and writing about the topic, or you can do technological exploration, in which case you spend less time writing the report. The report will be shorter, but you spend some of your time developing a technology. So trying out something or prototyping something like a proof of concept. So it doesn't need to be, of course, any polished product or anything, but you have to investigate what's possible. So to give you an example, like we had 2 years ago, a student who was interested in OCR on character recognition, and he wanted to check if the available libraries and algorithms are sufficiently fast that you can do it on the fly on the mobile device. So he put together some of the open source and existing libraries, and he checked how fast they can do OCR on the modern mobile devices, and that was kind of a proof of concept thing. And it turned out that for single characters, that's sufficient. You can do it in real time. For for words and phrases like the sentences, that's a little bit complicated because of the positioning and the pre-processing of the text. So with the mobile device, it's a little bit, you have to align the text properly and so on. And there is still work needed to do the partitioning of the characters, because the OCR was sort of doing it per character, and you have to do all the pre-processing to identify where it is the line of text, where the words finish, and where the kind of individual letters finish. So that part was not working very well. But if you already identified the individual characters, that was fine. So it was sort of like a little bit of a technology preview and analysis of what's possible on the mobile device. So you can, it's up to individual students of what they want to dive deeper into. So we will meet every week.
And next week there may be a clash with research project planning. It's from 8 till 10.
Right. So maybe every second week, depending of what the time schedule is.
Yeah, and the time schedule for any other week is fine on Tuesday.
Okay.
Because then it's only mobile.
All right. Okay, then. Yeah. So we follow that.
Yeah.
I do encourage you to use Blackboard. That's the way for us to communicate. It's not perfect, but the announcements work. And those of you who are using Blackboard, kind of you will see it. We can use the discussion boards as well to discuss some of the topics of question and answer thing. I will try to put the list of who is doing what once we identify what are the topics that are associated with individual students. So then if you close enough, you can kind of discuss together. And you will have a presentation, same as we had in games last year. No, we had kind of a confrontation. Here you only will present, so there will be no pros and cons. There will be no sort of arguing for or against. There will be just presenting of the state of the art. So we will have like a mini lecture where you talk about the topic that you've investigated. And you will have either the technical delivery or the report. I mean, the technical delivery also has a report, but shorter. The one those students who only do the reading and writing, they will have a little bit more text. So it's kind of like a paper, maybe 8 to 10 pages. So with a little bit of a background and lit review and the kind of topic that you want to do. So it's like a mini paper for a particular problem or particular domain that you're investigating. Yeah, those of you who are remote students, we will stream the presentations and the sessions, and you can present using Skype or Hangouts as well if you want to make your presentation remote. We had that last year and 2 years ago too. Yeah, that's about it. Any questions about the logistics of the course? Yeah, so we will follow the time schedule, and then if there is a conflict next week, we will skip a week, and then we will meet in 2 weeks' time. But then every week there is hopefully slot. I mean, they do dynamically. Yeah. They change the schedule sometimes depending on what pops up. So yeah, we will readjust. All right, so that's it as far as the course logistics goes. So now what we can do is we can kind of go around of what potential topics you're thinking of, and we can identify some areas that are suitable for taking on in the class. And I will stop this.